mambo, fiesta, forever. Come on and sing along. All night long. All night. All night long.
It is 10:12 right back here in the heart of the River Bend on this March 21st Tuesday, and another great conversation coming our way with Lindsay Kennedy-Eversmeyer, Match-Day Analyst for St. Louis City. Lindsay, how are we this morning?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, doing good. That was a mouthful of an introduction. I can't believe I got through that one.
You always do a great job.
Oh, thanks, Lindsay. And, this is really exciting. Luis Noya, who does a lot of the, press conferences for the Cardinals and the Blues, well, now he's in the engineering box, and he was going, CJ, there's a really great match day analyst for St. Louis City. He was really telling me about this couple, last weekend, and I said, who? And he goes, it's Lindsay Kennedy. I said, yeah, that's Lindsay. She's local to us and does a great job, and apparently you are turning heads. How did this come to fruition?
Oh, well, actually, it was kind of weird how it happened, because one of their, Kristen Carver actually reached out to me, and she's their host, and she's amazing. And she was just like, hey, we're interested in having you on, our pregame live show, as a guest or whatever. And I said, okay, yeah, sure. That'd be great. I'd be honored to be a guest. And then she was like, well, let's have a call. So we started talking. She said, what dates do you have available? And I said, well, all of them. I'm a season ticket holder. And then one thing led to another, and I guess some people threw my name in the hat and was like, hey, how about she just be the full-time match day analyst? So it just kind of turned into something within 2 weeks. It was all of a sudden I was doing everything. So it was kind of neat how it happened.
Well, and I bet it's got to be exciting to be a part of that inaugural season. And now, 4-0, and this team is turning heads. The fight in this team, the spirit, and it kind of, to me, Lindsay, just from your experience, being in the stadium on the field, to me, this team symbolizes so much of St. Louis soccer, and it's so fun to watch.
Oh my gosh, this team is resilient. Two of their games they came down. Well, three of their games they came down from being behind. So that shows that they just have this fight and grit in them. And that's St. Louis through and through. So, and now that they're 4-0, they've made history in the MLS. They're the only expansion team to go 4-0 in their first season. It's just so incredible. And it's a dream come true for St. Louis fans to have a professional soccer team here, because it's something we've always dreamed about, and now it's come to fruition, and we're just all so grateful for it.
Absolutely. And with the team being 4-0, it kind of makes your job a little bit easier, huh?
Yeah, it does. Like, I'm always worried. I'm like, at halftime, what am I going to say if we're down, because,
right.
that's something you want to talk about. So we've been very fortunate that, that we've always been successful on the field so far. So, yeah, it's made it a lot easier for me.
And now, with that being said, what's your interactions been like with the fans at the stadium? How has that been?
Fans are great. St. Louis soccer fans are great. So all of my interactions have been positive. Everybody's so happy and excited, and you can just tell that everybody is really into it. So it's been great.
Well, and too, Lindsay, it's no small task to be able to, present yourself in front of 22,000 people in a jam-packed stadium. How has that transition been? Was it easier with you coaching, college and being a part of, and having to, speak in front of a group of people all the time?
Well, let me tell you, this would not be my first pick. I am not very fond of public speaking whatsoever. Whether it be in front of 50 people or 22,000 fans, I've always it gives me anxiety in a way. And it was the same thing on the first game when we had gone through the whole rundown. And, I was sitting there, none of the fans were in the stadium yet. I was sitting outside on the field, looking around, envisioning, and then it hit me like, oh my gosh, what's about to happen here? I was so scared, because this is nothing I've ever done before. And I still am nervous every single game so far. And there's only been two, but I will be nervous every single game, because this just isn't something I'm naturally comfortable with, but I'll adapt, I'm sure.
And now, with that, have your college players reached out? Have there been some that gone to the games yet and going, Coach, you did a good job, or Coach, here's some pointers?
Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, they've been super supportive. I have a great group of guys, and then there's incoming freshmen that have been at the game, and I always make a point to try to go by and say hi to them, and because I think it's kind of cool for them that they're like, oh, this is my future coach out on the field. But my guys have all been super great. No criticism from them. They're all just pumped for me.
Absolutely. And, with that being said, too, I mean, your prowess, too, in soccer, and not to patronize you, I mean, has been there. You were a great player and you're a great coach. And I just recently saw that you were doing an engagement presenting. Is that this Thursday?
Is that the one over at Hearth and Soul you're talking about?
Yes, I completely forgot to grab the title.
It's just it's this cute little small shop, and it's over in Clayton, and they invited me to come out because they're doing like a soccer presentation with Dave Lange, who wrote that book, Soccer Made in St. Louis, and so they invited me out to kind of just talk about soccer and interact with the fans.
That's incredible. And that's so cool. And it's got to be just so exciting for you. I mean, right now, and, so many people that are passionate about the sport and that are doing great things and developing younger players and developing that future of soccer. I mean, that's got to be just a chef's kiss to have all this going on. You have games, you have college getting, doing college things all the time. You never stop working with college soccer. And then you have, these speaking engagements. I mean, it's really cool to see soccer highlighted, but not only that, the RiverBend community and all the work that you did here, being, transcended over in that St. Louis scene and being highlighted in that Hall of Fame ceremony as well.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate the past, I'd say, year. There's been a lot going on, and I've been very blessed. And sometimes I feel guilty because obviously, soccer is a team sport. Whether you're on the field, off the field, you can't have any of your success by yourself. So I feel kind of guilty that I'm getting all these honors and recognition because it's not just me. It's been my family. My husband's is the biggest piece. He allows me to go do all these things, and supports me, and he's great. And plus all my players and teammates and coaches, and it's just been so good. I feel guilty about it, but I definitely feel very honored and grateful.
And Lindsay, I got to ask you, this is the 60 minutes portion. I got you on the phone, and now it's time for me to hit you with the hard question. What's the favorite part of the job with St. Louis City?
Oh my gosh. I honestly, just to be a part of it. Yeah. That's my favorite thing. It's just like when I put on the gear and I put on my, my credentials, I'm like, oh my gosh, I never thought that I would actually be a part of this. And, the fact that I'm a female and I'm been asked to do, analyzing for a men's professional soccer team in the MLS, like it's kind of surreal for me. So, just being a part of this whole inaugural year and this amazing feat for St. Louis. I'd say it's kind of all one big package, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. And Lindsay, I really appreciate you calling in and just kind of previewing that for us and taking us through it because, it's so cool to have somebody that, coaches, just right up the road, really, in all theory, right here in our community being represented and all your great accolades, really being recognized is so cool. And really appreciate you coming on right before training.
Thank you so much. I'm always willing to come on and, be a guest. I'm a huge Alton fan, and I say that all the time. I'm Alton proud, and I'm very blessed that you asked me to come on anytime.
Thank you, Lindsay. And anytime you have any news with Swick or anything you're doing over at St. Louis City, you're more than welcome back.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. At 10:21, we'll take a quick break on this 21st day of March. Centerstone joins us next to talk about their webinar that's being hosted by Galen Elmore.